Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So continuing with our lesson, we've looked at why we're learning Arabic, looked at the system, vowels, and looked at 3 specific letters. Now let's have a go at trying to find those specific letters in their 3 positions. So here we have Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, the Basmala in front of us. When we hear this, we might assume, and rightly so, that there is a ba in the beginning. However, if we look at it, it's a bit difficult to see. If we look carefully, we can see this line coming down and joining something else next to it, and we see a dot underneath. The dot is a kind of giveaway that we might have a ba here, because we know the ba has 1 dot underneath it. And then there's a little line underneath which tells us that there is an I sound. So this is a Bismillah. It's not Bismillah, it's not long, nor is it Besmillah, because it's not an A sound, it's an E sound. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, so there's the ba there. This is a little bit difficult to deal with because it's kind of written in a kind of artistic way. But let's look at normal text and try and find our ba. So here we have the word baqara. Baqara means a cow. It means a cow. We have a verse of the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah. Here we look at the beginning. We see this line coming down and then joining another kind of loop-the-loop. And it's got a dot underneath. So this is a giveaway that this is a ba. And above this ba, we see a line. So this is a ba sound. Baqara. Baqara. Right? And not baqara, nor is it baqara. Here we have the ba in the middle. We have this some shape in the beginning of the word with the 2 dots on top. That's definitely not the ba. Then we have this little groove going up and coming down again with a ba with a dot underneath it. So this is our ba. And then there's a long line with something else. So this is qibla. Qibla. Qibla is the direction of prayer. Right? Direction of prayer. So here the ba is in the middle. Here we have another ba in the middle, the word nabi, which means a prophet. Here we have a ba shape in the beginning, but we notice there's not 1 dot underneath it, but 1 dot above. So that's something else. We haven't seen that. We've seen a ba shape with 2 dots on top, that's a ta. And a ba shape with 3 dots on top, that's a tha. And a ba shape with 1 dot underneath, that's a ba. But with 1 dot on top, we haven't seen that yet. That's actually an N sound. Nabi. In the middle, we see again, squiggly line going up, coming down again. It looks a bit like a joined up I in English. And a dot underneath, this is our ba. Okay, Nabi. Nabi means a prophet. And then we have the ba here at the end, the word qalb. Qalb means your heart. So we have this shape in the beginning with 2 dots on top. That's definitely not a ba. It could be a ta, but the shape looks a bit different. And then we have this lam going up. And then we have right at the end the ba shape, but joined to the previous letter with 1 dot underneath. This is definitely a ba qalb. This is a heart. And then we have another example here of the ba at the end, the word tub. Tub means repent, as a command. You tell somebody, repent to Allah. Tub ilallah, repent to Allah. Tub. So here we have the ba at the end. It's a ba shape connected to the word before it, and 2 dots in there. And we also see the ta, of course, here, because the word begins with a T. Here we have a ta at the beginning. This is the word teen. Teen, which means there's a ba shape at the beginning, kind of half of it, because it's joined to something else. So this is just the ta, ba, tha shape at the beginning. It's got 2 dots on top, so I know that this is a ta. And then it's followed by something with 2 dots underneath. I don't know that. I have never seen any words with any letters with 2 dots underneath yet, so I don't know what that is. And then something else with 1 dot above. Again, we haven't seen that either. And so this is actually teen. It's a Y and an N sound after it, but we know that this is a ta at the beginning, and that's what we need to be able to do. And we can also see that it has a line underneath here. So this is teen, and obviously not tain or tween, and that's not a sound you would find in Arabic anyway. So this is this T. This line underneath tells us this is a T sound with an I sound after it. Then we have the word tamr. tamar. Tamar means dates. And so here we have this very strange shape, but it has two dots on top. It's actually a ta joining with an M sound. The M is right at the bottom down here. So this is a bit difficult. If I saw something like this, I would imagine that I'd look at it and say, I don't know what that is. That looks like something completely different. But in reality, because the ta shape, the ta and the ba and the tha shape is so small, sometimes it bends backwards to go into other letters. So it can happen here. So this is actually a ta bending backwards into an M sound. And so this is a ta at the beginning. This font that I'm using here, they write like this, and you might find another font writing in another way, in a more clear way. Usually in the Quran, it might not be written like this because it wouldn't be so clear to everybody. And here we have a ta in the middle. We have the word sitr. Sitr is a barrier or some kind of something blocking. And we see here the word there's a shape in the middle. Looks like kind of a waves coming up, and then one wave going up, or this joined up I in the English, and two dots above. That is our ta. Right? That's our ta. Right? And it has no vowels above or below, so it could be all sorts of things. However, I know the word in Arabic, and I know this is sitr, and it actually has no vowels. It's neither has an A sound or a U sound or a I sound. Here we have again ta in the middle, rutab, which means ranks. Rutab, and the ta here again looks a bit like a ta at the beginning, really, and the reason is because this is preceded by another letter that doesn't join, so basically looks like the ta in the beginning. So sometimes the ta in the middle will look like the ta at the beginning because the letter before it can't join to it. So it looks exactly like as if you write the word tub as we saw before, it's exactly the same. But anyway, I know this is a ta, it's got that same shape, two dots above, this is definitely a ta. Here we have a ta at the end, I say fahimtu, which means I understood. Here there's something with a dot right in the beginning and something with a dot on top of it, so that's something, I don't know what that is, and then another shape and then another shape, and then we have the ba ta tha shape with two dots on top. This is clearly the ta. Jitta, you came. Here we see one shape with a dot underneath. The shape doesn't look like a ba, so it's definitely not, I don't know what that is, that's something else. Then there is a ta tha ba shape in the middle. It's got this very strange shape above it. That's again something completely different. And then we have right at the end this ba ta tha shape with two dots on top. That's definitely our ta, and so we found it, and it actually has this line on top. That means it's definitely a ta. This is jitta. Right? Jitta, you came. And then we're looking at the tha. Here's the tha at the beginning of a word. Thiqal, weights. Thiqal, not weights. Some things being heavy things, not weights. So here we see this ba ta tha shape with three dots on top. This is our tha. And I know this is thiqal and not thaqal or thuqal because it has a line underneath which tells me that this is thiqal. Samarat means fruits, a bit like tamr, tamarat, which means dates. These are thamarat, fruits. We have this ba ta tha shape in the beginning. We also have it right at the end. So right at the end, look, that's a ta, and it's coming at the end. And right at the beginning, we have a tha at the beginning because it's the ta, the same shape with three dots on top. And I also know that this is thamarat because it has a line on top that tells me this is the sound tha and not thu or thi. Muthmir. Muthmir means something that bears fruit. And so here, this is a tha right in the middle, and it looks like again this joined up I shape or this wave shape in the middle. It's got three dots on top, so this is a tha sound and not a ba or a ta. Mithqal is a weight. Again, here we have the tha in the middle. There's a kind of backwards 9 shape connected to this ba, ta, tha in the middle, and then 3 dots on top. So no, this is a tha sound. Tha, mithqal. Yahrithu. Yahrithu means to plow, means he's plowing the earth. We have a ba, tha, ta shape in the beginning, but it has 2 dots underneath, so that's neither a ta, a tha, or a ba, so that's something else. Then we have this other shape, looks kind of quite long, another shape, and then right at the end we can see this tha. This tha looks like as if it's completely by itself because it's not connected. That's because the letter before it does not connect. So sometimes, as we mentioned, sometimes we will see that the tha at the end of the tha or a ba or a ta at the end of a word, if it's preceded by something that doesn't connect, it will look like it's almost independent. Right? And so, but this is a tha. Yahrithu. Ghayth. This is the normal way that we'd see it. Right at the end we see the ba, ta, tha shape, but it's connected. And so this is a ghayth. Now in the middle again we see something that looks like the ba, ta, tha, but it has 2 dots underneath. So this is not a ta, because that has to be above, and it's not a ba, because that has to be just 1 dot. So this is something else. So this is the sound ghayth. Ghayth is rain. So we have learnt why we should learn Arabic, what is the Arabic writing system, how vowels work in Arabic, and we've looked at 3 specific letters, the ba, the ta, and the tha, and we've looked at trying to find them in words. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله